Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Today we're going to look at something old. I don't just mean me, I mean this guitar. The 1961 Gibson Melody Maker, which I got a couple of weeks ago. Now I did a video when it arrived, I just plugged it in, strings that came with the guitar were on it, and I just did a quick jam, which was okay, but it sounded good. The guitar sounds great, but I'm not sure how it will sound at a loud volume. So the video today is going to feature the specs of the guitar. I took it all to bits and did all the measurements, the neck and everything like that, so you can get a look. You don't often see inside the 1961 Melody Maker. It's all been rewired and stuff like that, but we'll get into that in the video. And the last part of the video is the sounds of this guitar. So what I did was pop down the road to a rehearsal room with all my stuff on my back. It's only 5 minutes away, just down the road. It's not that far. No roadies in this game. The road gets narrower as I get closer. I want to be the world's skinniest man to get in the door of the rehearsal room. So all the sounds will be coming up in the second part of the video. Was it microphonic and alarming volume? We will find out. So let's have a look at the parts that are in this old guitar. So it's next again day. I'm wearing a different hat today. Got my editor's hat on. Well, I've got my North Carolina hat on. And I'm looking through the footage. So yesterday I went to the rehearsal room. I did all the filming, did all the recording. Came back, I did the summation video to say what I thought of the guitar in a noisy environment. But when I got to the rehearsal room, I'm going to be using 2 amps. But you might hear in the background a thud, thud, crash, crash. A Vox. And in the blue corner we have a Fender FM100H. Now the room isn't particularly soundproofed, which is fine if you're rehearsing with a band. You don't really notice some solo drummer banging away next door for 2 hours non-stop. But when you try to record just a single guitar through a room mic, it just kept bleeding through. So the upshot of it was I could hardly use any of the footage because I just heard thud, thud, thud all the way. Look how annoyed I was getting. Drummer's really annoying, eh? And there's a guy next door playing drums. Just trying to show you how these stock pickups sound. The previous owner said he had them rewound to be a bit hotter than that drummer next door. I'm going to keep mentioning this because if you knew me, he's getting on my f***ing. So what I've decided to do in the next part of the video, rather than do tons and tons of narration, I will just play some sounds, mostly clean sounds, because I didn't really capture the proper clean sound through a loud amp on this beautiful sounding guitar, has to be said. So the next part of the video, all the music is just the clean sounds from the Melody Maker, and you can see what you think. And then we'll get to the bit at the end, which you've already done, the summation piece. So thanks for bearing with me, but these things happen, you know. Everything's out with your control. When I step out of this house, you know, people start playing drums in rooms next to me and just waste the whole thing. Anyway, let's go. Chorus maybe? Yeah, lovely. So there you have it. It was not microphonic. I was very surprised, I have to say. I did have a look at perhaps what I could do to change the pickups, but I have decided, and you'll be glad to know this, I have decided I'm going to leave it 100% as it is. So it's not the most powerful of pickups in this guitar, but they are stock. I said the chap previous to me said he had them rewound. So yes, it is staying exactly as it is, exactly as I got it. Although I put new strings on, I loosened the truss rod a bit and I put the action down to suit my playing a bit better. Like I said in the other video about my other melody makers, I love these guitars. They have such a comfortable neck shape. I think later on in 65 they went to a skinnier nut width, which continued on to the 70s, much like my 72 SG. I'll link up there if you want to see my 72 Gibson SG Deluxe. But this particular period, the neck shape is absolutely fantastic. And although it does have single coil pickups, you could tell from that video, they sounded great, and I was loving it. I was loving the whole thing. So there you have it. My new 1961 Gibson Melody Maker. All stock. Sounds great. Pleased with this. As ever folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.